Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Resurrection Sunday. This is Dave coming to you from the Dogyard here in Southern Maryland. It's a glorious day out here. It's about 2:30 Easter Sunday. It's about 75 degrees, the tiniest of slight breeze. Absolutely perfect. If I could lock it up in a bottle, this is what I'd spew out every day if I could. 75, no humidity, slight breeze. Absolutely perfect out here. Smoking my black Partagas, or my Partagas Black. Punch cut as always. Lit, burning beautifully. Bold, punches you back. Super bold, super spicy, super strong. That's your cup of tea. This is a fantastic stick. I just looked these up on JR Cigars. $7.50. $7.50 a stick. That's if you buy a box of 20. But probably the most budget-friendly thing I have on the channel. $7.50 a stick. That's pretty damn good. So we are definitely turning the snob knob down today. Alright, here's your Easter version of dog play. So much different than all the other days. Look who's in the background. He's trying to ignore the tomfoolery of the young ones. He's like, I'm just gonna lay down in the shade, act like you people don't exist. It's just Chance being Chance over there. So I've been giving Chance some CBD oil the last 2 mornings, and I gotta say, in 30 hours, it has really perked him up. And then right here at my feet, like normal, there's my Scooch. Echo. Oh, she's doing her cow. Yep, doing her cow. Chance senses a threat to the kingdom. He's off check. He's letting people know I'm here. Don't be messing with my kingdom. And here we got Sasha doing a little hunting. She found a critter. She lost it. She doesn't understand. Where could it have gone? Oh, there's Echo having a little bit of fun. That's how you know a dog is super happy, when they just roll like that. Finn says, hey, I went in on this. Here he comes. Here comes the Finn. My nib. Sasha still thinks she can find it occasionally, so it might be a little gecko or something. And guess who's over here? Chilling. Chance being Chance. All 4 of them kind of out doing their own thing. Your Easter dog review. So we're underneath these Kwanzaa cherries, and as the petals come down, it just kind of makes the whole ground, litters them in. It makes the ground look like it was pink snow. Looks pretty cool down here. Anyway, kind of a cool look. Well, it looks like this for a couple days. Thought I'd show it to you. One hairy homeowner item. God broke my flag stand last fall, so I finally got my flag rehung, proudly displaying it on the front of my house. What happened was, this bracket's basically a stainless steel full metal, but the one I had was a pot metal, and then just the wind eventually broke it. So proud to get that back up. And a second hairy homeowner was this generator right here. So this thing is snow white when delivered, and my wife said I was funging up her garden shui. So I painted it green a couple years ago, and the guys who did my solar used it as a tool bench, busted up the paint pretty bad, so I had to repaint it. So scraped it one day, washed it one day, repainted it today. Back to not messing up my not messing up Anne-Marie's garden shui. So it was a tough year for deer. We had a really pretty hard winter for here, and so my wife is not happy with some of these things like this. The deer ate these bushes up pretty good. And then these azaleas, which I think look great, my wife is really angry at the deer because they should be fully covered. I guess the deer ate the bottom 80%. So anyway, enough about hairy homeowner. So that generator is a 17 kV if you speak the lingo. It's a whole house generator. It's set up to auto start if it detects a power outage. It runs on, well, it's supposed to run on natural gas, but we have the LP, the liquid propane conversion kit on it, because I have a 1,000-gallon liquid propane tank buried in the backyard. So it's nice. It self-tests every Monday morning for 5 minutes. So I know it literally runs every Monday for 5 minutes. And it could power the whole house if we needed it to. Now, what's weird is, as you guys, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a bit of a prepper. So I'm over prepped on power, because not only do I have a whole house LP generator with 1,000 gallons of propane, I've also got a solar system engineered by Tesla, and I've got eight Tesla power walls in the basement, and both sides of my roof are covered in panels, and we engineered it such that we could go off grid if we wanted to and run the entire house off the solar panels. Our energy bill, our power bills, down to nothing basically. We generate our own solar power, and then the power walls save it. So during cloudy days, stormy days, and at night, we run off the batteries. So if I do lose power, if I lose grid power, I've got the solar back up and I've got the generator back up. So anyway, it's a nice system. I just thought I'd bring it up since I just showed you the generator. And we got a little play going on. Oh, Scooch is coming right back. She said, I think I'm home base or safe base. So whenever Sasha gets too physical with her, she runs to home base. So we're out here a little early today because we got Easter dinner here at our house at 5 tonight. Pretty small, just 5 of us. But it'll be good. Get mom out of the house, get her over here. And my niece Caroline likes it here, so it'll be good to show her a different place for a few hours tonight. Anne-Marie just rolled home. She was out riding Cooper over at the horse farm. So anyway, the deal that I have with myself is if I do all the grocery shopping for like a holiday dinner and then do all the cleanup afterwards, it sort of makes up for Anne-Marie doing all the cooking. Anyway, at least that's from the man perspective. From the husband perspective, it seems like a good deal. I honestly don't know if anybody else agrees with that or not. I don't know if Amory agrees, but at least should ward off the useless husband comments and concerns. Don't know if it actually does, but that's my goal. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. How about that? So I had a thought yesterday when I was commenting on some of your videos, and the thought was, am I a good Christian? And I know if there's 100 people or 200 people that hear that question, there'll be 100 or 200 different variants of how you know if you are or not. But for me, the question really was more meant to be, and I actually typed it in on a few of your videos, is are we good ambassadors of the Christian faith? Are we good ambassadors of God and of Christ on a daily, hourly basis? I know I'm not, so there's no judgment here. But it was just sort of a thought about, can someone tell if you're a Christian in your daily life without you having to say it to them? I find most of us are pretty good when we're in our homes and it's quiet and we're peaceful and we're watching videos or posting videos or commenting on videos. My question is, for me as well as all of you, is how do we do in the hot moments when someone cuts you off in traffic, or when the idiot next door is playing music so loud it's like the stereos in your house or your car or your cubicle or your office, whatever scenario works for you, or the moron bank teller just can't get their shit straight, or the person in front of you in line is just being a complete idiot at the DMV, at the bank, at the grocery store. How about the lady that's on her cell phone, completely ignorant of her surroundings, blocking the entire aisle at the grocery store? I mean, it just, or when a family member is sick, or when a healthcare provider is not really being too attentive or being too intelligent. There's a thousand scenarios you can come up with, so come up with your own. But how do we behave in those moments? And do we behave in a loving and caring manner? You know, I don't know. It was a question I was pondering as I was typing comments. So I typed that question in, and I know I fail in the hot moments, especially up here. I very seldom, verbalize it or express it externally to me, but I know I fail the test in here as to, what I'm thinking or saying in my mind, and when I come across stupidity or uncaringness. I really struggle with being a Christian, at least in here, and probably in how I respond to it. I probably don't respond at all, but I don't respond in a caring manner either. And I guess some things about what I don't mean by that. I don't mean are we always a doormat, because I don't think that's the point at all. Do we always allow people to run over us with their thoughts, opinions, and actions without any sort of response? That's not. I don't. At least I don't mean that. I don't think that's required to be a Christian, just to allow anything to happen in the real world and we don't respond to it. Um, but do we respond to it in a good way? I mean, even Christ overturned the money changers' tables, right? So in a fit of anger or rage or frustration, whatever the right word is. Um, so I mean, it's not always about being calm and allowing something to happen in front of you. But do we respond in a way, even in negativity, um, in a way that people go, "That guy's a pretty good guy. That guy's a Christian." Um, he always responds intelligently and responsibly and helpfully. Again, I fail this. This is not judgment, right? This is not This is not a condescending observation. This is just a question. Because I know I fail it a lot. So I just thought I'd throw it out there and see kind of what you guys think, what you experience in your own lives, in your own behavior, in your own thoughts. Now, I'm sure some of you are far more advanced in it than I am. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. So they always give me, the dingleberries always give me frustration moments, but then you get moments like this where they just lay there kind of loving to be next to each other, quiet and calm. This is a great thing to see. They really are great dogs. And then Echo just laying here. Anyway, great dogs. Good moments. So here's a weird thought. So today is 5 weeks back in Maryland. So we're basically halfway to heading back to Wyoming. Isn't that a crazy thought? Anyway, 5 weeks puts us right at about Memorial Day weekend, and that's probably about when I'm going to head out, because I need to plan some time to stay in Denver for a few days. We'll be doing a vehicle exchange in Denver. We're going to leave the expedition and take the big monster truck to Wyoming so we can do the tree project in the summer. I need the truck to do that. And my daughter will have been home for at least 2 weeks by then. So Memorial Day weekend or the weekend after will be my departure time. So either 5 more weeks or 6 more weeks. And you hear me say it a lot on these videos. You know, when you do something that regular and that big, that back and forth every 8 weeks, it's crazy how fast time goes. Like, I cannot believe I've been back 5 weeks already. And if it weren't for my daughter coming home, I'd be leaving 3 weeks. You know, like literally 20 days from right now. But with Lauren coming home, I want to be here for a few weeks while she's here. I don't want to be that dad that says, "Hey, welcome home. Good to see you. I'm out of here." I also have to be careful because I think Lauren's coming to Wyoming. I think she's going to go to Denver with me and then stay in Denver for a week or two. And then I think Sean's going to come and spend all of August in Wyoming. And if he does that, that probably means Lauren's going to spend some time in Wyoming. So don't want to upset the wife too much. Anyway, it's just weird to think we're that close to, we're halfway. So we've got another Chinaman hole coming. Echo's decided to dig her own. Sasha can't stand it. She's got to try to get in there. But anyway, you can see Sasha's got a hole big enough. I mean, Echo's got a big enough hole that her whole head can get down in there. She is digging away. It's funny. At least 3 of my 4 dogs are diggers. Chance has gotten a little old. I think he's staying away from that practice now. But the other 3 are diggers, that's for sure. So guys, we are 10 days away from April being over. And that means a third of the 2025 will be behind us in 10 days. So just that ever-present reminder of how you doing on your goals for the year. You have a third of your goals done. Are you a third of the way through your goals? Just how you doing as we come up on this next major milestone. So I owe you guys a formal review of mine. I haven't forgotten. At this point, I'll just wait and do an April review. The one goal that I was really struggling with, I was kind of giving myself a red on effort and a red on results, was my reading. And over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I really put a lot of effort in that. I read between 30 and 60 minutes every single day now. I'm starting to catch up on the Pipe Cottage book club list. I started to watch his lectures. I've watched, I think, 4 of his lectures now. So anyway, I feel way, way better about that. So I'll give myself a yellow on effort and a yellow on on productivity, on results. Sorry, results. Probably should give myself a red on results because I'm still behind, but we'll see. We'll see where we are on April 30th. But anyway, be cognizant of life slipping by us. Be cognizant that we're almost done with 4 months of 2025 already. Let's try not to make videos in November that talk about how you can't wait for 2025 to be gone, because a lot of you did that in 2023 and 2024, and you just don't want every year to end with, I can't wait for this year to be over and the next year to start. Anyway, so I hope things are going well on your goals, and I'm pretty happy with mine, I have to admit. I don't think I've messed up any of my greens, so far so good. You guys want to see something funny? Look at Sasha there, stalking, hiding behind the horse barn, waiting to strike. So I enjoyed taking you on a tour of the horse farm. I have not walked the whole farm like that in quite a while, so it was nice to do it. Great time of year to do it too, man. The farm just looks like crap from late November till early April. So anyway, it was really nice. It was nice to get out and see everything. It's in pretty good shape. Found a few items we need to work on, but we'll get the guys working on it. And anyway, I just appreciate you coming along for the ride on that one. It's always fun to show it off a little bit. We worked hard. So we've been in operation. We bought the property in 2012. It took us we bought it in June of 12 and we opened in January of 14. So it took us really 18 months to get the permits and go through the construction and open. So yeah, the county wasn't sure if we were opening a barn or a commercial enterprise, so it took us a while to get the permits for it. But it's good. Opened in January of 14. I ran the farm every day. All the staff reported to me until I retired. It sounds so backwards, but in about on the summer of 2019, my wife took over. Anne Marie's been running the farm. She is the boss. All the staff report to her. All the clients talk to her, and she's grown up a lot. It's really been fun to watch. So she gets all the credit for what you saw yesterday. So the farm was originally a tobacco farm, and we actually leased it out to a soybean farmer for a couple of years. The first 2 years, we leased it out, and I don't know how anybody makes money farming, that's for sure. But anyway, 2 years of soybean farm, and then we opened as the horse farm. So been operational for 11 and a half years now. It's pretty crazy. Learned a lot in the process. Don't recommend it, by the way. The horses are the best part. Staff are a pain in the ass, and clients are a pain in the ass. But it's been a great process to learn. We've created something really unique and special down here. I think we run the best horse farm in all of Southern Maryland, if not the state of Maryland. But I sure wouldn't want to try to make a living off of it. It basically breaks even now after 11 years financially. I don't have to put a lot of money into the farm anymore, but for the first 5 or 6 years, it was just a hole into which you threw money every year. So, but I don't know if you were trying to make a living off of it or try to make a mortgage payment off of it. I don't know if I just don't know if it's possible. But anyway, it's fun to show it to you, and I appreciate you coming along for that tour. Hey guys, let's call it a wrap. Kind of getting down to the nub. Drinks mostly gone. Get cleaned up for the dinner crowd. So yeah, let's say goodbye. Let's say goodnight. So again, I'll say happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday to all of you. Thanks for being part of my channel. I appreciate all your interaction, all your comments. I love what we have here. So with that, I'll ask that God bless your lives and those of the lives around you. I ask that He turn His ear so that He can hear your prayer. I ask that He make His face shine upon you and those close to you. And may He bless your lives like He continues to bless mine. Goodbye, everybody. We'll talk to you. I think we'll talk again tomorrow. I've got a couple things going on, so we may not be able to do a video tomorrow. We'll see. But with that, if not, we'll do on Tuesday. And good night, everybody.